great day, great day. Great day, great day, great day. Yo, it has been such an amazing day. Big shout out to you for making it through it. Welcome. Welcome to Manifest Nation. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to Manifest Nation for those who was tapped in to our earlier episodes, whether it was earlier today, this morning for our morning meditation, spiritual devotion, or if it was from a previous day. Welcome back to Manifest Nation. This is the home of daily mindset elevation and soul food. This morning, we set the stage and called out the addictions and the vices that were keeping us changed. But tonight, we're going to go even deeper. Tonight, we're not just exposing chains, we're learning how to melt the metal. By the way, if you're watching on IG or TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, let me be real with you. This conversation will get cut short. The full broadcasts, the full breakthroughs, they're happening on Twitch. So don't play yourself out of the freedom. Come over to Twitch, hit the subscribe button, join the Manifest Nation channel and family, and stop just getting the crumbs that you're getting on social media, because this is so much bigger than that. This is so much bigger than that. There's so much greatness taking place. Let me see what's going on over here, man. What's going on over here? Let me send New World Disorder over to the block party. There. Anybody else want to go to the block party? Just go ahead and say something crazy in the comments that don't make no sense. Ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on. I'm just sending you to the block party. But listen, it's a great day to be greater than you've ever been, and that's what we're over here doing at Manifest Nation. Now, if you didn't know, if this is your first time pulling up, if you're unaware, this is a place where visionaries come to grow. This is a place where bloodline breakers, generational curse breakers, divine minds, creators, and builders come to align not only with their highest self, but with others of their kind, so that we can make movements together, so that we can move mountains together. Greatest shall you be, greatest shall you do, greatest shall you have. Now imagine when we're moving as a collective like that. And so that's what Manifest Nation is all about. And it's not just the broadcast. I'm sorry. It's not just the broadcast. This is an online community where we link up and we're doing life together. We're experiencing breakthroughs together on a daily basis. When you subscribe to the Manifest Nation channel, not only will you get the access to our private Discord, but you're also going to get 8 of my eBooks, 1 of my digital workbooks, affirmations, guided meditations, monthly subscriber-only events, all types of cool things. So, again, if you're watching from anywhere else but Twitch, click the link in my bio, visit the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch, or go to brianhyppolite.com and come to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch via the link there, or just come to Twitch and look up brianhyppolite.com or Manifest Nation so you can get this impact, because there's so much growth going on. We definitely want you to be a part of it. Big shout out, before I even jump into tonight's lesson, I want to send some love. I want to send some gratitude to everyone who has been supporting my music, to everyone who has been continuing to go to brianhyppolite.com and download, picking your price and downloading my album, to everyone that's been streaming the music on all the streaming services. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's so much love and so much greatness. I just want to let you know that I see it. I'm appreciative, and let you know that it's been impacting, been very impactful on my life. In the spirit of that, we're going to start this broadcast off with something that definitely speaks to the truth of where we're at, and that's the greater existence. You have such an ability to have a greater existence, but it's not until you see that, believe that, and align with that, that it can even happen. So I'm gonna play this music video from one of your favorite songs, one of my favorite songs, The Greater Existence. And we're gonna check out this video. Now, when the video was done, when the music video was done, I see, and this is why, for those watching on other social media platforms, this is why you gotta be on Twitch, because you'd be looking at this music video right now. You would be seeing that instead of seeing everything else and of seeing me. See, I'm asking you these questions because the right questions lead to the right answers. The right answers provide the right clarity. The right clarity offers the proper direction. And with the proper direction, all you gotta do is execute an alignment. But first and foremost, we gotta know where we're going. Focus on what you're about to do. After all you made it through, you still be doubting you. Can't be waiting on a sign when you're the proof. No point in looking at the facts when you're the truth. Your purpose and your power are much greater than your problems. Use them both to solve them, or they'll keep evolving. Trauma ain't your fault, but healing's your responsibility. Be your greatest ally, not your biggest enemy. Sometimes you gotta make a pivot. I'm focused on my future, not my past, and everything shifted. Self-awareness makes you truly gifted. I identify my triggers, learn from them, and start moving different. But you gon' be a slave until you master self. Mindsets of abundance, they attracting wealth. If it don't align with me, then that's fine with me. But greater's what I gotta be. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Yeah, focus on the gifts that God gave you. Who are you outside the way that your pain made you? What would you do if you ain't have what your fear gave you? How would you love if broken expectations didn't change you? Don't make excuses, make better decisions. Can't blame nobody else for the way that you live it. Playing victim to your past just gon' keep you a victim. Overcome that superhero syndrome. Go from lacking limitations to a lack of limitations. It's gon' take you moving with a lack of hesitation. It's gon' take reversing all of that backwards thinking. But it's gon' take you further than all them dreams that you dreaming. And yeah, you can do it. I swear you can do it. I believe you have what it takes to get through it. This is divine timing, divine intervention, divine direction, divine protection for your divine mission. Greater shall you be. Greater shall you do, go. Greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? And you know, I was sharing this with somebody earlier, the history behind that song and how it even came to be. You know, the Mirror song, a lot of y'all know me for the Mirror song. And that was the first song that I had that got global attention, that created like some momentum like that, where all of a sudden people were saying, who's spraying Hyppolite, and streaming my music, you know, at a higher rate than like ever before. And so it's safe to say that was the first conversation that we got to have. And if that was the first conversation that we got to have, the next thing that I wanted to say to you The next thing that I thought it was necessary to talk about was what was addressed in the greater existence. Like, if the first time that we got to communicate was the words that were shared in the mirror song, and that's how you heard of me, I wanted to follow behind that with what was said to you on the greater existence song. Like, not only is it important that you look in your mirror and that you see your truth, but in seeing your truth, you can see God. And seeing your truth, you can see the light. And seeing your truth, you see yourself, and you can have such a much greater existence. So yeah, that's where that came from, and that's why I really love that song. I love all these songs for sure, but I really love the way that song just speaks to our infinite ability. And I think there's not enough of that. I think there's so much doubt, so much indecision, so much lack of belief in self, that we need something to be reminding us of this greater existence that we have. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. It's just like mirror. But you know what's really the vibe? It's that guys don't sit on man-made thrones. I'm not gonna play it right now at this moment. But there is something that I would like to play. I did plan on speaking on vices and addictions. We started talking about that this morning, and I do have some more information to bring your way on that. But I also want to bring you to this place of abundant faith. And I want to play something that has continued to inspire me for years and has been an awesome plumb line to keep my faith elevated and the ability to receive greatness, the ability to do greatness. And so I want to play that for you. And I guess I would do the commentary on the side of it. But this is called You Will Be a Millionaire in 30 Days. Let's see it.
You will be a millionaire in 1 month, not because of effort, not because of hustle, not because of anything the world teaches, but because you will awaken to the truth. Imagination creates reality. The moment you accept this as a fact, not as a theory, your life begins to unfold in accordance with your assumptions. The riches you desire, the lifestyle you long for, the security you dream of, they are not out there. They are within you, awaiting your command. And in exactly 1 month, if you dare to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you will watch the outer world bend to your inner world. Do not ask how. That is the fatal error. To ask how is to admit that you do not yet believe. The how belongs to God, to the deeper dimension of yourself. Your task is not to figure out the bridge of incidents that will lead to your millions. Your task is to accept the end. Live in the end.
Live in the end. So listen, we are a 1 minute in, and I've already I stopped myself from stopping it so many times already. There was at least a good 4 times that I wanted to stop it and give you some commentary on that. Because listen, what he say? Stop asking how. Asking how is admitting that you don't believe in the infinite ability. Asking how is trying to connect you with to the part of you that wants to be in control. The how is God's business. Worry about your business. That's what you need to be doing. Worry about your business. Worry about what it is that you need to be doing to be in alignment And a lot of times it has nothing to do with your labor. It has nothing to do with your work. You can't work yourself into alignment. This is vibrational. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about a vibrational shift that creates an exterior change in your life. And there's some people who are ready for that. There are some people who are ready to experience new realities because they are able to exist at a higher frequency and bring in higher realities and the things that's available to them at those higher realities. So we have, thank you so much, Sheila. Thank you. Blessings. Make sure you come over and follow the channel and subscribe on Twitch so that you can get the replays of these powerful broadcasts that's happening twice a day. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And you already know. It's about living in the vibration, being a vibrational match for what you have, for what you desire, living in the feeling of the end, not the things that you fear, but the way that it's going to feel when you have that thing you desire. That's what it means when you say living in the end. We're not living in the beginning. We're not living in the middle of the process. We're living in that it's already happened, it's already here. And how would you feel if that thing that you wanted, that thing that you desired was already there, was already present, was already happening? There's a way that you would feel. There's something that you would be excited about. And that's exactly where you need to be vibrationally. I didn't say this earlier, well, I did. I asked y'all where y'all was from, told you to put it in the chat. If you want to represent, call out your city, call out your state, call out your spot, call out your set, man. Let me know where y'all from, where y'all at, and where y'all repping. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm always repping the home team, always repping the state, always repping Haiti, always repping New Jersey, always showing a lot of love to New York, DMV. Been getting a whole lot of love from Detroit, LA, California, Sacramento. Man, the whole Bay Area, really. Phoenix, y'all been showing a lot of love. It's all y'all been showing a lot of love ever since y'all. The more that y'all that find out that I'm out here, y'all be showing a lot of love, and I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. Johannesburg, South Africa, been checking in a lot, been tapping in. Canada, been tapping in a lot. I have several people in my mentorship that's from Canada right now. Several people in my mentorship that's from the UK. Some people from Southeast Asia, Thailand, Malaysia, Bali, and the Philippines. Thank you. Thank you for everyone that's been tapping in. Tulum, y'all been faithful. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I just wanted to take that opportunity to acknowledge y'all for being so great, for pulling up, showing up, and showing out. Yeah. So you have to live in the end. You have to live in the feeling of the end and the reality that you desire. And as you're holding on to that reality, that vibrational existence of that reality, you are willing it into your existence. You are bringing it closer to you. You are creating divine opportunities. And that's what you're meant to be doing. That's really what you're meant to be doing. Let's keep going and hear more of what he's talking about.
Feel the reality of already having what you want. For that which you accept as true of yourself, though denied by the senses, if persisted in, will harden into fact. So do not look to the newspapers, the bank account, or the outer circumstances. These are the shadows of previous assumptions. They are echoes of the old man,
the shadow,
not the new you. The new you is a millionaire now. You must walk as though you already possess what the world says is still to come. You must dine with the wealthy in your imagination. Walk through your mansion in consciousness. See the figures in your bank account as done. Final, unquestioned. I am not speaking poetically. I am speaking literally. Everything in this world is a manifestation of imagination. The house you live in, the clothes you wear, the voice you hear, all came forth from an inner act. Someone imagined it, dared to believe in the invisible, and the visible world conformed. So if you say, I want to be a millionaire, that is not enough. Wanting is the confession of lack. You must say instead.
Wanting is the confession of lack. Wanting is, listen, I'm gonna say it a few times because I want it to shift. I want you to feel it. I want you to understand it. Wanting is the confession of lack. Our job is not to just continue to voice these desires, these things that we want. No, our job is to align with the things that we desire. People just swear that it's just a matter of just wanting, and that wanting is good enough. Wanting and having that desire is proof that you can have it. But that's not what's going to just will it into your reality. And in fact, when most people are talking about what they want, and this is why this is so important, because as you're doing that, you're holding the vibration of what you don't want. Acknowledging this thing that you're wanting and that you're desiring leaves you in a space where you are consciously and even subconsciously thinking about what you don't want, thinking about what you want to happen, but also holding on to the thought of what will happen if you don't get what you want. Talking about how you want, a mate, for instance, often leads you to the thought of not having one now, which leads you to the feeling of loneliness. And then you hold on to this vibration. And now you're working through this lack of type of feeling and type of energy. And you're trying to bring what you want to you with that energy. But that type of energy is only going to bring you more lack. Because feelings of lack and vibrations of lack, energy of lack can only create more lack. So that's why it's so important to hold the vibration of what it is that you desire.
Done. For nothing comes into your life until it becomes a part of your inner structure. You cannot receive what you do not first accept. So you must begin to see yourself differently. Speak of yourself as already possessing abundance. Do not say, I will have it. Say, I have it now. Do not think of it as coming. Think of it as arrived. This inner shift is not imaginary, in the sense that the world uses the word. It is the only real act. The outer world, though it seems so solid, is nothing more than the condensation of your inner speech and feeling. Watch what you say to yourself. Watch what you accept without questioning. If you tell yourself that becoming a millionaire in 1 month is impossible, then it is for you. But if you begin to say, this is easy, this is natural, it is already done, then the universe will echo that belief. In 1 month, you must think from the end. Do not think of money. Think from money. Do not imagine getting rich. Imagine already being rich. Hear the conversations people would have with you. See the letters you would write. Feel the joy of having more than enough. Use all your senses. Let your imagination be vivid, detailed, alive. For imagination, when felt as real, is the path to manifestation.
And you know what, Matt? Okay, so I'm gonna pause that right there, because we use our feelings in all these negative and dysfunctional ways. We use our feelings and allow our feelings to have so much power when it comes to the negative things about it. We allow our feelings to have so much presence when it comes to us feeling negative and having bad feelings. It's time to use those feelings towards the power of manifesting positive things. So use all of your senses. I'm manifesting something right now. And as it's happening, every day I'm waking up and I'm not even thinking about it coming. I'm seeing it already arriving the night before. I'm saying, man, tomorrow such and such is going to happen. This thing is coming. It's happening to me. It's happening for me. It's happening through me. And I'm visualizing the benefits of having it. I'm visualizing what I'm going to do with this blessing. I'm visualizing who I'm blessing with it. I'm visualizing the situations of blessing that's coming to other people's life as a result of the blessing coming to my life. That's what I'm visualizing. And I'm lost in the joy of being a blessing. And that's the vibration that I hold. That's the one that I hold on to. That's the one that I carry. This vibration of being a blessing. So I want to tell you, think about the blessing that you want to be. Think about the blessing that you want to be and hold on to that vibration. It takes you a long way. It takes
you do not imagine to escape reality. You imagine to shape it. Each morning when you rise.
Yeah, stop using your imagination to try to escape reality. Use it to try to escape. Use it to shape it. Use it to create it. Use it to reshape it. Use it to create the harmony within you. Imagine the greater version of you and the way that they move, the way that they go through life, the way that they do the things that they do that creates the results in their life that you want to see in yours. Imagine that. And then move according to that. That's what this is. That's what the work is. That's what the work that you must do. Use your imagination to shape your reality, not to become a slave in a prisoner of your past, not to become someone who's fearful of your future and not rising in your presence. Use your imagination to shape your reality and start each morning. Start each and every morning. Let's take it to the next level, be a little bit more intentional. Start with the night before. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you get down. I don't know how you start your day, but for anyone that's been following me, anyone that's been in my mentorships, anyone that's been in anything that I'm offering, I'm always empowering you to start your day the night before. So let's start with that. And we start our day the night before by planning out the next day. You start your day the night before by looking over your schedule for the next day. If it's already made, let's presume that it's already made. But if it's not already made, then you're making that schedule the night before. Stop waking up and just going into the day, just raw dogging the day, man. It's crazy. You're not going to get what you want out of it. You got to wake up with a higher level of intention and execution. And that means creating the plan before the day starts. So we start our day the night before, okay? And in doing that, we're planning out our day. And in doing that, we're deciding how we're going to be. You're planning out your day and you're deciding how you're going to be. You are deciding what you're going to bring into the day, and you are subscribing to what the day is going to bring you. And that's where it starts. The night before. And then you wake up and you give yourself to yourself. You wake up and you envision the blessings. You welcome the blessings that are coming into your life. You hold on to the vibration and keep yourself in receiving mode, not working mode, not I need to do a million things so this thing will happen. None of that. Manifest mode is often receiving mode. Throw one in the chat if this is making sense to you. This is giving you something that you needed to hear this evening. This is all about taking your life and your legacy to another level. Let's keep going.
Close your eyes and feel that it is already done. Each night, before you sleep, review the day as though you lived it as a millionaire. Did you act as one? Did you feel as one? Did you walk as one?
Yeah.
If not, revise it. In imagination, rewrite the day. Make it match your desire. And in doing this, you plant the seed. And just as surely as spring follows winter, harvest follows planting. The money must come. It must. You will notice subtle changes at first. People will treat you differently. Ideas will flash. Opportunities will knock. You will feel an inner certainty that cannot be shaken. And even if you do not yet see the dollars, you will know they are near. You will feel them forming, like clouds gathering before the rain. Do not dismiss these signs. They are not coincidences. They are evidence that your assumption is taking root. Water it with faith. Do not dig it up with doubt. Trust the process. If you should falter, if fear arises, return at once to the state. Close your eyes and enter again. See the money. Feel the joy. Hear the thank yous. And do this as often as needed. For repetition impresses the subconscious. And once the subconscious accepts it, the outer world must follow. You are not trying to force reality. You are allowing it to become what you have already accepted within. A woman once told me she followed this process and was led to buy a lottery ticket.
There was so much good.
She would have never.
Just right there, just in that last minute, there was so much greatness right there. It's so important to move by your divine spirit, not trying to force the realities. It's so important that you are aligning and allowing things to come with ease, allowing a flow to happen in your life, and not always feeling that everything is going to happen through you forcing it, through you, what's the word I'm looking for? You performing. A big shout out to everyone that's already came over to Twitch and is watching this broadcast on Twitch. I love y'all to life. Thank you so much for being here, for being present. And y'all do me a favor. I'm meeting goals. I'm surpassing expectations, and I love that. So y'all, if you want to see more of this broadcast, if you want to be able to have access to the replays of it, come over to Twitch, subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, subscribe to the channel if you want all of the extra content, the replays of the content, and then all the dope stuff that's coming along with it. Like you get 8 of my ebooks, 1 of my workbooks, guided meditations, audio affirmations, access to the Manifest University Discord, and a lot of other cool stuff. A lot of other dope things that you get for being one of the first 111 subscribers to this channel. You get a founding member position in this community. So we going, this. I pulled up this audio because it's so important to be serious when it comes to your vibration, because that plays such a big part in what you are able to manifest. And there's a limited belief that if there's been a limited belief that you've been walking around with, you may have gotten used to not dreaming, not thinking big and relating your real life experiences to those great big thoughts and desires that you have. I've seen people go from poverty to abundance, what we would call overnight. Those of us looking at it from a distance or looking at it from afar, those looking at it through the lens of time, because we would just say, man, 2 months ago, that wasn't their situation. Now look at them. And what happened is they aligned themselves with a level of opportunity and a vibration of abundance that allowed the things that they wanted in their life to come to. They weren't holding on to any doubt that it could happen. Their mindset, their belief systems, and their actions all aligned with, I can have this. This can be mine. And that allowed them to create that space. Listen, this is something that I'm talking about deeply in our 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. If you have not already got your tickets, you got 10 days left. You got 10 days left to get this access, and that's going to give you 30 days to revolutionize your life. Certain aspects of your life is going to be unrecognizable if you show up for 30 days and follow this formula. If you commit to this process, you're going to see a level of progress you may have never seen in your life within a 30-day period of time. We're going to be identifying the core beliefs that you have that are tying you to lack and limitation. We're going to be unlearning those things and releasing them. Yeah. And replacing them, installing the proper beliefs that connect you with the life and legacy that you want to have. We're going to support those with the proper thoughts, the proper habits that are going to align you with your goals and continue to create the opportunities that you need to see the levels of success. So there's 3 different tiers to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. 3 different tiers, 3 different levels of access. So it's all on you and what you are ready for, what you are prepared for, and what type of help you need. There's the community, the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp community experience that you have, and that's tier 1. You'll receive a video from me for 30 days, about a 15-minute video each day, giving you some type of instruction, giving you some type of information, giving you some type of reflection, giving you something that's going to help you in this transformation process. You'll also get accountability check-ins with me throughout this process. You're going to get some downloadable assignments, journals, and writing prompts to help you through this process. So that's tier 1. Tier 2, we go from the community experience to the small group experience. So in addition to everything you get in the community experience in tier 1, tier 2, you're also going to get a weekly class. You're also going to get some additional downloadable contents and in one of my books. You get one of my books as well. Some Q&As, some check-ins. So it's a little bit more support, more than just giving you the information. It's a little bit more support. Now, tier 3, that's the VIP. That's the top tier. That gets you everything, the premium tier of tier 2, as well as the basic tier 1 offer you, in addition to a one-on-one coaching with me and access to me for this entire 30 days. So imagine you get all this information. You also get coaching. You also get some mentorship. You also get accountability. Listen, go ahead and get your access, because the VIP is going to be sold out soon. There's less than 10 slots available in the VIP. The premium, I believe, has about 20 more slots in it. Make it happen. Don't suffer the cost of staying the same. The cost of staying the same, cost of regret, cost of not moving yourself into alignment is always way more expensive than a course or a class or a mentorship or something like that. It's compounded interest in you staying the same. Everything around you is switching. Everything around you is upgrading and advancing and inflating. You must do it. You must as well. You must advance your mind state. You must advance and upgrade your belief systems. You must advance and upgrade your habits, the way you react to life. All types of things, they have to change. You've updated your phone and upgraded your phone more times than you've upgraded and updated your mindset. And that's why you're suffering. That's why you're suffering. Let's get to it, man. Because it's and this is the other thing that I should definitely let you know. You can use discount code GREATER. You can use discount code GREATER right now to save you $50. $50 to get into the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. And discount code GREATER is going to work for you during this broadcast, during this live. When this live is over, it's not going, discount code greater is not going to work for you. So if you want to anti-hesitation, if you want to put forth that alignment, if you want to make a move that puts you in alignment with that decision that you're making and that thought and that belief system that you're adapting to, use discount code greater, save yourself $50 and come and grow in the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Check this out.
Enter again, see the money, feel the joy, hear the thank yous, and do this as often as needed. For repetition impresses the subconscious, and once the subconscious accepts it, the outer world must follow. You are not trying to force reality. You are allowing it to become what you have already accepted within. A woman once told me she followed this process and was led to buy a lottery ticket she would have never considered. She did not pick the numbers logically. She simply felt inspired. And when she scratched the ticket, she found herself suddenly in possession of 6 figures. She was not surprised. She had already received it within. The ticket was merely the bridge, and she knew that if she could do it once, she could do it again. The key is feeling. Without feeling, imagination is sterile. But with feeling it is divine. So do not imagine mechanically. Do not repeat empty affirmations. Feel your way into the scene. Dwell in it. Savor it. Let it saturate your being. Let it be more real than what your eyes see. For what your eyes see is temporary. But what you imagine with feeling is eternal and creative. In 1 month, if you will live in the end, assume the reality of wealth, and remain faithful, the millions will come, whether through a sudden opportunity, a gift, a forgotten investment, a new business, or a miracle beyond reason. It does not matter. The method is not your concern. The assumption is your power. Hold to it. Refuse to waver, no matter what the world says.
The assumption is your power. That's a power for you to walk in. And you should know that, you should feel that, because you've assumed, you've allowed it to work against you. Now allow it to work for you. Assumption is your power, your ability to take things out of your mind because of your belief. That's what it all comes down to. Don't you continue to see this pattern? It's because of your belief. And if you are going to assume, you know what the assuming is? Your positive assumption, that is your belief in something positive that has not happened. That is your belief in something positive that has not happened. And that assumption will change your life the same way that that negative assumption works against you. The same way. If you've been on the fence and if you're thinking about it, I'm telling you, now is the time to get into the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Spaces are limited, and I'm going to be going so deep in detail about the ways that we're to unwire the limiting beliefs that you have and install the positive beliefs that you need. Listen, we're going to be talking about the addictions. We're going to be talking about devices. That's really what I meant to talk about today, because that's what I spoke on this morning. And I have a much a deeper dive on the subject to help you get some freedom from those addictions and some freedom from those vices that you've been dependent on. If you was waiting, if you're considering it, that's proof that something within you knows is what you need right now. If something in you is saying, man, I think this might be a benefit to me, go ahead and make it happen. If something in you is fighting it, that's normally a clear indication that it's something that you definitely need to do. The old version of you is always the loudest when a new version of you is about to be born. You know that? So there's always a part of you that's screaming, that old version of you that's screaming and looking for attention and trying to get you to remember how y'all used to rock so that you don't let them go. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, pay attention to that voice within your soul that's saying, hey, let's move forward. Let's move forward from here. Reserve your spot. It's the spaces is limited. Make sure you reserve your spot. Discount code greater is going to save you $50 right now. at brianhyppolite.com. And it's only during the broadcast. It's only during this message. So if you need to leave here right now, go to brianhyppolite.com. Use discount code GREATER. It's going to save you $50 on your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. And we're starting September the 1st. Get in here, get ready. Let's go. We're going to get a few more minutes in of this video, and then we're going to get back to talking about these addictions, because I really want to empower you to go from craving to calling, from responding to your craving to responding to your calling. So we're going to talk about that. But I also wanted to empower your faith with this video. So that's what we're doing.
Says, you know the truth. Imagination creates reality. So I ask you now, will you dare to believe? Will you cast off the old man, the man of doubt, fear, lack, and put on the new man, the man of riches, peace, and power? Will you persist even when the world laughs, even when the senses say no? If so, then in 1 month's time, your outer life will mirror your inner conviction. You are not waiting on money. Money is waiting on you.
Yeah.
It is waiting on your consciousness to match its frequency. It is waiting on your self-concept to rise. It is waiting on your assumption to be stable. So become now the person who has it.
Come on.
Think as they think. Feel as they feel. Live as they live. Do it boldly. Do it faithfully. Do it joyfully. The law is no respecter of persons. It responds not to virtue, but to vision. Not to effort, but to assumption. So let the world toil and strive, while you enter your inner chamber and commune with the infinite. Imagine boldly, assume lavishly, and persist until the unseen becomes seen. For it must. You are already that which you seek. You simply have not accepted it yet. Accept it now.
You are already that which you seek. You simply have not accepted it yet. Hear that? You are already that which you seek. You simply have not accepted it yet. You know why that hits a nerve for me. Big shout out to the brother Jimmy. He has been a part of Manifest University for years. It don't matter what I got going on. When I pull up to New York, if I got a show, if I'm doing a pop out, if I'm teaching a class, he's pulling up. He signed up he subscribed to Manifest Nation. Definitely show his support with that. And he just signed up for tier 2 of the boot camp. Big shout out to the bro. Let's get some round of applause for him. Hey man, Jimmy, you already know what time it is. I ain't even got to tell you, and that's why you make the decisions that you make, bro, because you already know the investment comes back times 10. One of these days, I got to get you on a live with me so we can talk and you can tell the people about your process, your growth, your evolution. It's been such a pleasure to see it, to support it, and to inspire it. And that big shout out to Jimmy. He's going to be in the boot camp, the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Use discount code GREATER. It just worked for Jimmy. Use discount code GREATER. It's going to save you $50 while this broadcast is going on, so you can get your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Man, it's life-changing. Absolutely life-changing.
Accept that you are rich. Accept that you are powerful. Accept that you are the operant power. And then walk in that assumption. For to him who has, more shall be given. And to him who dares, the world bows low. Let this month be your demonstration. Let this month be your proof. Every morning, every night, return to the state. Live in the end. Revise the day. Saturate your mind with images of wealth, sounds of joy, feelings of luxury, and then release it. Walk in peace. Act as though it were already so. And soon it will be. You will be a millionaire in 1 month. Yeah. Not because of luck, not because of hard work, but because you dared to believe. You dared to imagine and persist. You dared to live in the end. And because of that, the world, this seemingly solid world, will melt and reshape itself to match your inner world. It always does. It always has. Now it's your turn to see it. You must not stop now. The inner work is the true work. And every moment you spend dwelling in the assumption of wealth is a moment charged with creative power. As you repeat this state throughout the day, you will feel a transformation happening within. What once felt like fantasy will begin to feel natural. And when it feels natural, it is done. For nothing comes into your life until it becomes a part of your inner structure. You cannot receive what you do not first accept. So you must begin to see yourself differently. Speak of yourself as already possessing abundance. Do not say, I will have it. Say, I have it now. Do not think of it as coming. Think of it as arrived. This inner shift is not imaginary, in the sense that the world uses the word. It is the only real act. The outer world, though it seems so solid, is nothing more than the condensation of your inner speech and feeling. Watch what you say to yourself. Watch what you accept without questioning. If you tell yourself that becoming a millionaire in 1 month is impossible, then it is for you. But if you begin to say this is easy,
then it is for you. Heavy on for you. That don't mean that it is for me. That don't mean that it's a problem for me. That don't mean that. That means it is for you. Whatever you believe is going to be absolutely true. And people have been telling you that your whole life. If you don't think you could do it, then you can't. Whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right. People have been saying it for so many years. It's time for you to actually get with the program and understand that your words, your thoughts, your beliefs are going to create your reality. You know, another thing is you don't like to be wrong. We, as beings, as people with these egos, we don't like to be wrong. And because of that, our ego will continuously place us in situations that will affirm the negative beliefs that we have. Is this making sense? Drop a 1 in the chat if this is making sense to you. Your ego will continuously place you in situations that will affirm the things that you believe so that you don't appear wrong. Did you know that? That's why, I mean, and it's calling itself protecting you. So if that's why your beliefs are so important. Like, so earlier we were talking about, in this morning's broadcast, again, we're talking about addiction, we're talking about vices. And if you believe that this vice is what you need to get through your day. I heard someone say they need weed to get through their day as a parent. If that's a crazy ass belief, and let me just start by saying that, and let me also follow behind that with saying I wonder what all these other parents have done, all these other eons of parenting, those that weren't smoking weed. Like, I wonder how all this parenting got done. It's crazy. The things that we have given away, the amount of power that we have given away, that the most natural thing that you have to do is to reproduce. And when you're doing that, now you're saying you need a substance to help you follow through with that process. That's crazy. That's crazy, but that's a reality that so many people have because we've been so used to giving away our power to other things. So if you have this belief that your children or just parenting itself, whatever, is so stressful to you that you need the weed to help you mellow out and get through it, or whatever your belief is, you're going to continue to experience days that give you that opportunity to need to smoke. You're going to continue to experience days that seem to stress you out. If that's what you say, if that's what you think, if that's what you believe, that is what your reality is going to be. Now, if you believe that you have the power within yourself to deal with that day, if you believe that you have the power within yourself to calm your nervous system, that will be true as well. Your life, your existence is a reflection of two things. The way that your life is right now is a reflection of your beliefs, of what you'll tolerate, and of your habits. Your beliefs, what you tolerate, and your habits are reflected in the reality that you currently have. So if you don't like the reality that you currently have, let's change the beliefs, the patterns, the things you tolerate. Let's do it.
Easy. This is natural. It is already done. Then the universe will echo that belief. There are no accidents in this world. There is only the outpicturing of states. Your present reality, whether rich or poor, is nothing but the shadow cast by your past assumptions. But the moment you change your assumption, the shadow must change. It cannot resist. It has no power of its own. It only reflects. So if you are not yet seeing evidence of your wealth, do not panic. Do not revert to the old man. Instead, smile and say, it is on its way. It is already mine. The shadow is still catching up.
Come on.
Your job is not to worry about timing, mechanics, or details. Your job is to dwell in the state of already having. And this must be done with feeling. You may not know exactly how it feels to be a millionaire right now, but you can begin. Use your imagination to construct the scenes, the conversations, the small details. How would it feel to pay every bill without a second thought? How would it feel to treat your loved ones to something extravagant? How would it feel to wake up with the knowing that you never again have to worry about money? Let these scenes play in your mind like a sacred movie. Watch them again and again. And do not just watch. Feel them. Let them stir you. Let them impress you. Let them become more real to you than your current bank balance. For the truth is, your current balance is only real because you have continued to give it your attention. Shift your attention, and you shift your world. When you begin to live from the end,
shift your attention, and you shift your world. I think we're gonna pause it. Pause that video right there. Maybe we'll come back to it another day. Well, not maybe. I'm quite sure we're gonna come back to it another day. There we go. But I did wanted to empower you with that. I also want to get back to this conversation that we were having earlier about addictions and vices and how to go from craving to calling. Again, if you're joining this broadcast from anywhere but Twitch, you are just getting a sample, just a piece of it. The full broadcast, the full breakthroughs, and all of the behind the scenes and extra and bonus content is available on the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch. So if you're not watching it from Twitch, please come over so you can get the full thing. You know what I'm saying? You can click the link in my bio. That'll bring you to this Twitch channel. You could go to brianhyppolite.com. There's a link there that does it as well. Or you can go to Twitch, you're on your own, and look up Brian Hyppolite and Manifest Nation. So you could be a part of this dopeness that's going on. There's a lot of great things that happen when you subscribe to this channel. First of all, if you're one of the first 111 people to subscribe, you're going to get a lifetime founder status and recognition on the channel and in our community. You get access to the Manifest Nation community, our private Discord channel. You get access to early drops of product. You're going to get 8 of my eBooks and 1 of my workbooks. You're going to get affirmations and guided meditations for you to download, for you to listen to. You're going to get private monthly founder only Q&A sessions and all types of cool things, all types of great things. So definitely, if you are watching from IG, from TikTok, from Facebook, from YouTube, come over to Twitch so that you can get everything that's being offered, and you can just not just be watching this, but you can be a part of it. All right. Welcome to Manifest Nation. This is the daily home of elevation and soul food. So let's get back to what we've been talking about. This morning, we had a wonderful conversation speaking on addictions. And I want to make something clear to you in case I didn't say it today, or in case something that I said earlier made you feel otherwise. I know there were some things that definitely could have been received as triggering. But I'm not trying to trigger you. However, if you are triggered, that's normally an indication that the triggers reveal what needs to be healed. You know what I'm saying? So if something does trigger you, that's something to look at. That's something to consider. That's something to, well, let's say, well, why did that trigger you? What did that mean? Where did that come from? That's something to look at. So I want to make it clear. Addiction doesn't mean you're weak. Addiction does not mean you're weak. It means you've been strong in the wrong direction. You might want to write that down. It does not mean you're weak. It means that you've been strong in the wrong direction. You've been consistent with dysfunction. You've been consistent with dysfunction. You see, consistency is a superpower. Some of you have been flawlessly consistent at betraying yourself, flawlessly consistent at numbing your pain instead of healing it, flawlessly consistent at choosing your short-term comfort over your long-term freedom. Big shout out to everyone that's coming over to Twitch. I see you. What's happening? What's happening? Thank you so much. I like it when y'all. I like it when y'all follow instructions. I get excited. I want to give you free stuff. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for liking the channel, and thank you for those who are subscribing, so you could be a part of this amazing community that I'm building. Addiction is consistency without consciousness. Write that down too. You know somebody that needs to hear that. And if you're going to post it, you're going to put it in your tweet, make sure you, hey, let them know where it came from now. Let them know where it came from. Addiction is consistency without consciousness. Discipline is consistency with consciousness. Discipline is consistency with divine direction. And I mean, science backs this up. It's not even just what I'm telling you. Psychologists say that every habit is a loop. It's a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. Your psychologist will tell you that. A cue, something happens. The craving, because of whatever happens, now you want this. You respond to that, which is the response is connected to this cue and this craving, and that leads you to the reward, the things that you want. That's the loop. Whether you're talking about scrolling on your phone, smoking, studying, drinking, sexing, it's the same thing. It's a loop. If we're talking about being addicted to it. Addiction is just your brain running the loop unconsciously. Discipline is the same loop intentionally. You see? Let me ask you, what's one area where you've been consistently sabotaging yourself? Let's be open, let's be honest, let's be real. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Don't be ashamed and don't be afraid. Get it out of your mind and get it in front of you. Separate it from yourself. Let's see it. Let's see it in the chat. What is one area you've been consistently sabotaging yourself? I see. I like that. Lil Miss Cherry Blossom said, telling people the truth. And she over on Twitch. Big shout out to her for coming over and joining the family. Oh, I see one of my mentees in my Manifest Mastery program, Miss Lachelle Butts. Big shout out to Miss Lachelle Butts. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for being a part of this amazing community of ours. Telling people the truth. Not everyone deserves your truth. Not everyone deserves your truth. Not everyone deserves you, even deserves the connection to you. But I would love to hear more about that, Little Miss Cherry Blossom. How telling people the truth has been consistently sabotaging you. I don't want to assume. So I would definitely love to hear more about that. Feel free to drop that in the comments if you feel like sharing. For those of you who did not put it in the comments, ask yourself these questions. Find the truth in your answers and do something with that truth that you receive. Because what we know for sure is you've done too much with the lies. It's time to start doing things with the truths. And the more that we identify the lies, the easier it is to identify their corresponding truth, because every lie has a truth. This morning, we talked about the obvious vices. Tonight, let's peel back and see the hidden ones. Perfectionism. For a lot of people, that's a big addiction. You get high off of control and avoidance. Perfectionism. Anybody deal with that? Anybody struggle with that? Perfectionism. It always got to be a certain way. You won't bust a move. You won't get it done. You won't make it happen unless it's exactly the way that you see it in your mind and envision it. You won't ask for help. You won't let other people do it because you think they're not going to do it the way that you want it to be done. That's perfectionism. Yeah, that's a major self-sabotaging quality. It's a major thing that we do that restricts us and offers lacking limitation. And after doing that for so long, we actually do become addicted to it. Addicted to the feeling, the sensation, the illusion of the control and the illusion of the safety and the avoidance. Busyness is definitely an addiction. I know somebody right now who is trying their best, doing everything within their power to stay so busy that they don't have to face themselves. Everything in their power. They picking up extra shifts. They working open in the close. They volunteering for everything at their children's school. They doing absolutely everything that could be done under the sun so that they don't have to face themselves, so that they stay too busy. Busyness is an addiction. And it's a very... Shut up. It's a very telling addiction. I apologize if that frightens you. It's a very telling addiction. Because it's telling that there is something that you are running from. What are you running from? It's people pleasing. People pleasing. Are you one of those people that's addicted to people pleasing? You keep trading your soul for approval. You keep trading your time and your essence to be people's favorite. Are you one of those people constantly seeking approval? You'd sacrifice things that are important to you just for others' approval. Are you that type of person? Are you one of those people? That's an addiction. Also very telling. There's struggle. There's a lot of you who are addicted to struggle. There's a whole chapter on it in the Bloodline Breaker book. And it's actually my favorite chapter in this book. My favorite chapter in this book because it's addressing the struggle gospel, this religion of poverty, of struggle, of hard work, and of scraps that we were given and taught to believe in, and told of how admirable it is to be that. Now we got to release the struggle gospel. Some of y'all don't know how to be who you are without chaos. So much so that peace feels foreign. Some of you aren't addicted to substances. So when we talk about addiction, you don't think we're talking about you. And got the nerve to judge other people who are struggling with substance addictions and substance abuse. Got the nerve to judge these other folk. And just because you're not addicted to a substance, you're addicted to a behavior. Some of you aren't addicted to substance, but you're addicted to suffering. Let's think about that. You're not addicted to substances, but you're addicted to suffering. Damn. Addicted to that victim mentality. Addicted to finding yourself at the end of everything going wrong. This isn't just philosophy, it's biology. Trauma conditions your nervous system to expect pain. Stress hormones like adrenaline become your new normal. So even when life gets peaceful, your body begins to crave chaos. I'm gonna let y'all know now, if you're watching from IG, from TikTok, Facebook, this stream is about to end, and we about to get to the good part. We're really about to get to the meat of this message. Come over to Twitch so you can get the rest of it, so you can also get the replay. Follow the channel, the Manifest Nation channel, and subscribe to not only the channel, but for access to our community. It's your passport to Manifest University and access to the vault of all of the information that's going to be there for you, all of the learning material, all the building resources that's going to be there for you. I look forward to seeing you over here. The broadcast that you're watching is going to be ending in just a few minutes, just so you know. And it's going to be resuming and being completed over on Twitch, so you can come and pull up so you could get the rest of it. Also, you got maybe about 40 minutes to use discount code GREATER to save $50 on your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. And that doesn't matter which tier you select, whether it's the basic tier for the community experience, the premium tier for the small group experience, or the VIP tier for the one-on-one coaching experience. Either way, it's going to save you $50. Discount code GREATER, and it's going to expire when this broadcast ends. So go to brianhyppolite.com right now and secure your spot before they're all gone. And then October rolls around, and you're still the same person that you was in August. That would be a shame. That'd be absolutely be a shame. So allow me to help you become a greater version of yourself by unlearning what you need to unlearn, by relearning what you need to relearn, or even if it's not relearning, because for some of you, this is the first time. So it's not relearning, it's just learning. Let's get it right. Let's get it together. Let's be greater than we've ever been. It's right there and it's waiting for you at brianhyppolite.com. Get your access, and I'm going to see you because we start in September the 1st. We 10 days away. Get your ticket, get your access, and we're going to take it to the next level. And for those who are even signing up now, I got stuff for you to do before we start. You're going to be getting emails from me like Jimmy, who just signed up. Big shout out to Jimmy. He's going to be getting an email a little bit later tonight. That's going to give him some things to do between now and when the boot camp starts to prepare. So come on, get with it. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's deal with these addictions. Again, some of you aren't addicted to substances, but you're addicted to suffering. Even when life gets peaceful, because of the consistency that you've had with trauma, your body craves chaos. And so there's a rewiring of your nervous system that has to take place. The wonderful thing about our body is the ability for it to be rewired. And you can do that. It don't take no surgery. It don't take nothing crazy. It just takes you being consistent and intentional with what you're doing with your mind. But think about it. That's why so many people leave stable relationships to run back to the toxic ones. That's why people feel uncomfortable, because addiction rewired them to need a storm in their life. Let me ask you a question. Which hidden addiction do you see in yourself? Drop it in the chat. These hidden addictions. We talked about all the obvious ones. What about these hidden ones? What about perfectionism? What about busyness? What about people pleasing? What about struggle? Which one of these addictions do you see in yourself? Drop it in the chat. Let's be real. Let's be honest. You got to see yourself. You want to see the truth. You want to see God. You need to see yourself. God is within you. Divine healing starts within. Generational healing starts within. You keep looking and reaching for God everywhere else. God is within. And so this is the God in me talking to the God in you saying, listen, you've been struggling with your humanity, but you were sent to this dimension at this intersection of time and space so that you can exist in your divinity, but you down here struggling with your humanity, and we got to get it together. Which hidden addiction do you see? Addiction to validation and distraction. That's a good one, Queen. That's a good one right there. The addiction to distractions. I see a lot of people who get mad at their children who are displaying their own addictions to distractions. And I see a lot of people even blaming it on and self-diagnosing their children with ADHD and all types of stuff because they're addicted to distraction. And then I look at the parent and I'm like, but that child don't have ADHD. They're duplicating the behavior that they see you do. They're duplicating your behavior. They're mimicking you because you stay distracted. You have an addiction to being distracted. Now, all of these, addictions have a root. There's a reason. There's a limiting belief. There's some type of reason. There's some type of core belief that's not in alignment with what you desire that leads you to fall back into this addictive, counterproductive pattern. Let's talk about it. You didn't pick all your addictions. They were passed down to you. Generational curses just don't show up as poverty. They show up as patterns. Grandpa drank, dad drank, you drank. Mama stayed in abusive situations. Grandma stayed in abusive relationships. You repeat it. They called it, that's just how we are. No, that's who you are. It's not who I am. That's the addiction that's running in your bloodline. Drop a 1 in the chat if you feel utterly responsible for changing the addictions that's running in your bloodline. Let me know who I'm talking to and let me know if you in here. Shout out to all the bloodline breakers, all the generational curse breakers. I love y'all to life, and I want you to know I do a lot of what I do for you. I do a lot of what I do intentionally for you, for all those who are sent to this dimension, aware of the responsibility that you have to break some generational curses that's been running in your family tree. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. And I want, matter of fact, and I will make sure you get this book, Bloodline Breaker. This is a guide to shattering generational curses and rewriting your legacy. This is my most powerful book yet. It's my 10th book. It's my favorite book. It's, in 9 books, nothing really surpassed the way that the first book made me feel. The Manifest in You book, 111 Keys to Unlocking Your Divinity. That's a divine article. That is a Bible of manifestation that not only has changed my lives, it's continually to change hundreds and thousands of people's lives over the last 5 years. It's made it to 160 some odd countries the last time I checked. That's my one. I love that one. But this book right here, you know what a close second is the Greater Existence book. The Greater Existence book. And which is really the sequel to the Manifesting You book. But the Manifesting You book was my first book. The Greater Existence book was my 5th book. But it's truly actually the sequel to the Manifesting You book. It's taking you to the next level. Like I said, the Mirror Song is one conversation. The Greater Existence song is the rest of that conversation, following that conversation to the next level. And all of these books are in a book bundle at brianhyppolite.com. Make sure that you get it. This is my favorite book, not just because it's my 10th and my most recent, but because of the impact that it has, because of the tools and the resource that it offers you. In addition to all this information, it's also asking you a lot of reflective questions. And you know how I feel about questions. You know how I feel about questions. Say it with me now. The right questions lead to the right answers. And then what? Talk to me now. The right questions lead to the right answers, and the right answers lead to the right clarity. With the right clarity, you have the right direction. With the right direction, all you got to do is move in alignment. Are you ready to ask the right questions, to answer the right questions, so you can have the right clarity, the right direction, and move in alignment? If so, get that book. Get that book bundle, get that cover. Matter of fact, give me a number between 1 and 55. I'm sorry, 3 and 55. There's only 57 pages in this book. It's a really easy read. And it's so easy that you don't even have to get through one page before it's something that's extremely impactful to you. So give me a number between 1, give me a number between 3 and 55, and I'm going to read you the corresponding key. All right. Everyone watching, everybody that is watching on IG, you have a few more minutes of this broadcast before it ends, and the remaining amount of it will be on Twitch. Let's see. My Twitch family say number 33. I love it. Let's go to 33. I got you. Big shout out to Jimmy. Page number 33 is the ending of chapter 5, which is perfect, Jimmy. This is exactly what I was just talking about. The struggle detox. Because chapter 5 is on the struggle gospel. This gospel that we've been handed, this religion of struggle that we've been handed and that we believe in and that we live our life with. So we're talking about that in chapter 5. And at the end of it, there's this exercise that asks you to reflect and see where in your life are you addicted to struggling. So answer these questions. Where in your life are you choosing struggle out of habit? I get excited too, Sheila. I get excited too. Where in your life are you choosing struggle out of habit? What beliefs make you feel guilty for resting and receiving ease? What beliefs make you feel guilty for resting or receiving ease? Who taught you that hard equals holy? Who taught you that hard equals holy? Then it follows these questions with a declaration. You're going to get the answer to these questions. And now what we want to do with these answers is this declaration of divine ease. It says, write this statement and say it aloud for 7 days. We're rewiring our thoughts with our words and our beliefs. It says, I release the gospel of grind. I break the covenant with chaos. I choose a life of divine flow, sacred rest, and unstoppable ease. Again, I release the gospel of grind. I break the covenant with chaos. I choose the life of divine flow and sacred rest and unstoppable ease. And then it gives you some things to do. So it asked you some questions. It gave you this declaration, and then it gives you some things to do, the actions that align with that. This is a really powerful book. And if you don't have it already, make sure that you get your copy. When you join The channel, the Manifest Nation channel, you're going to get the digital ebook. That is for sure. When you join Manifest University by way of the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp, you're going to get that digital copy for sure. When you join my mentorship program, you're going to get the paperback version autograph. Or you could just go to brianhyppolite.com, get this book or get the bundles that includes it. Listen, for everyone that's been watching on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook, thank you so much for being a part of this. But I really want you to join this family that we are growing in, this community that is building over here on Twitch. So join Manifest Nation, subscribe to the channel, and you're going to get the rest of this broadcast as well as the replay. I know you want to go back and listen to this again. I know you want to share it. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to pull up on me on Twitch. This is also, hey, you got about 20 more minutes to use discount code GREATER to save you $50 on your access to the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp, which is starting in 10 days, September the 1st. For those who are not joining, not moving, not budging, man, thank you for rocking with me. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'm streaming tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do my best to be on time and rock out with you from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. You can expect to have this place of soul food. But if you want the full thing, if you really want the full meal, you really want the full serving of what I'm being intentional to offer you on a daily basis, you got to tap in. If you want to keep feasting off of the crumbs from this table and enjoying all the free stuff, by all means do that. By all means do that. But listen, there's some things, if you're willing to align your energy and invest in your greatness. I'm up at 3 a.m. my time. I'm in Phoenix. I'm up at 3 a.m. so I could have an hour to myself before I start streaming at 4 a.m. so I could be offering you greatness in the morning before you go to work, before you get going, before you're doing whatever you got to do. This is a labor of love for you because I want to be asleep. But I also want you to be greater. So thank you for aligning with me. Thank you for rocking with me. Come over to Manifest Nation on Twitch, man. But until then, if you're not making it, if I'm not seeing you at brianhyppolite.com, then until then, be great, be powerful, be guys, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Shout out to Trinidad. Yeah. Shout out to my folk. I'm gonna catch you on the next stream. But if you don't feel like waiting, if you want to catch this replay, come over to Twitch. Click the link in my bio, or go to brianhyppolite.com and click the link right there, or just go to Twitch and look for me. I'm going to be there, but I'm going to see y'all in a minute. Take care. Okay, family. Thank you for your patience. Let's get to the rest of this. Let's get now it's just us. Now we in here. Let's get to the rest of this. Okay? Addictions run in families until somebody runs it out of the family. Research proves kids of alcoholics are 4 times more likely to become alcoholics themselves. It's not just environment. Trauma literally rewires the brain, and those patterns echo through generations. But here's the good news. The moment one person breaks the cycle, it creates a new model for everyone else who comes after. Healing is contagious. Healing is contagious. Of all the things out here to be spreading, spread some healing. Freedom is generational. Again, that's why I had to write Bloodline Breaker, because until somebody names it, nobody breaks it. This book is the flashlight in the basement of your family history. It shows the roots, so you can say, it ends with me. Grab your copy of Bloodline Breaker. It's not just a book. It's the blueprint for liberation for your family. Let's get real. Let's get practical. You don't just pray addiction away. I know there's a lot of people who want to talk like that and want to offer you that type of consciousness. But if it was just that simple, your parents and your grandparents wouldn't have struggled with it. You don't just manifest vices out of your life. You have to work them out. And here's the roadmap. This is what I came to give you tonight. Confession. That's where it starts. Call it what it is. You gotta call it what it is. Stop disguising it. Stop minimizing it. Addiction hides and thrives in denial. Addiction hides and thrives in denial. Replacement is the next step. You don't just stop, you start something new. When you join my Manifest mentorship or my Manifest mastery, and when we get to talking about creating the reality that you desire at a high level, I'm working with you on a start-stop system. Things you're going to start doing, things you're going to stop doing. Some of those things are in direct correlation with each other, because some of these things are things that you're starting because of things that you're stopping. You have to replace scrolling with journaling, replace smoking with meditation, replace gossip with studying, replace meaningless sex with time spent with yourself, your divine self, the God within you, time with the Creator. So you have the confession, you have the replacement, you have the environment. You can't heal in the same room you got sick in. So you have to change the circle. You have to change your surroundings. That's why it's so important for so many of you to join Manifest University, to join this Manifest Nation channel, so you could be in the Manifest University community and get around people who are on a different type of time, a different mindset, a different vibration. The conversations are different. Get you some divinity bonds instead of the trauma bonds that you're used to. Get around some people who are waking up consciously and intentionally to be greater versions of themselves, instead of people who are just focused on surviving, who are just willing to perpetuate the cycles that are keeping them in survival mode. You got to change your environment. And then you have to be accountable. Those are the four things that will change your life if you let them, when it comes to the ways, the paths out of this land of addiction. Confession, replacement, environment, accountability. Isolation keeps you enslaved. Community keeps you free. Again, that's why I built this community. That's why Manifest Nation is here. That's why the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp exists. You don't escape addiction by fighting the old you. You escape by becoming the version of you who doesn't need it. And that's the science that supports this. There's so much. There's so much science that supports this. Every action is a vote for the future you identify with. Every action is a vote for your future identity. When you say, I'm trying to quit smoking, your subconscious still identifies you as a smoker. When you say, I'm a non-smoker, you identify your shift. That's the bridge out of the addiction. Not fighting the old identity, but embodying the new one. Okay? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's making sense for you and if that's adding value to you. You don't escape addiction by fighting the old one. You escape by becoming the version of you who no longer needs it. That's what I did. That was literally my way out. I used to have, I had an addiction that I disguised as luxury one time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I even gave it a name. You had to call me Bel Air Brian. The rise of the champagne Bel Air was rising, and with my association with Rick Ross and his association with Bel Air, I wanted to be a brand ambassador. And so I'm posting every day with me drinking Bel Air, and and I'm making it look cool, and I'm glorifying the fact that I'm at a space in life where I could just afford bottles of champagne every day. But what was really happening is my mother was dying, and I was dying inside, and I was using champagne to numb me. Instead of drinking hard liquor and getting drunk, I wouldn't get drunk, but it would, give me a little bit of numbness to get through what I was going through. And instead of owning that, I glorified it and I tried to make it look cool. I tried to get other people on board. That's crazy. It's crazy when you're struggling with something, and instead of fighting to get free, you try to get more people to struggle with it with you. I try to get people to celebrate. Look at Brian. Look at Brian. You know what I kept saying? Listen, I accomplished my financial goal today. I'm going to go get some champagne. At the time, my financial goal was $274 a day. Anytime I can make $274 a day, it's no reason why we shouldn't get some champagne to celebrate. Cool. That's how it started. It was fine when it started. But then what took place is we got good at making that goal. We got good at hitting $274 a day. We got really good at that. And so now it's an everyday thing. Now is anytime a blessing falls out the sky or grows out the ground, we drinking champagne. And I used everything as an excuse to do it, except for the fact that I was really using it to numb myself. Now, after my mother passed, and after I was in a place where I wanted to begin healing, I had to be honest with myself about what I was doing and how I was disguising this addiction. And I had to first identify with the version of myself that did not need to be numbed. I had to align with that version of myself, which meant a rewiring of my mind, which meant conscious dealing with my nervous system. That meant reflection. That meant creating space for growth. I had to become the version of me that no longer needed the numbness. And then that changed my desire for it. Man, it's been such a great week. It's been an amazing week. It's been an amazing week. Monday, I two amazing things happened Monday. Monday, I locked in another Manifest Mastery mentee, which sounds amazing and is absolutely great. The reason why that's something to celebrate is because my Manifest Mastery program is a $10,000 program. So that's a $10,000 sale. Something to celebrate, ain't it? I don't know how many days you go through your life where in one day you make 10K, but that's something to celebrate. In addition to that, I found out Monday that I was nominated and won an NAACP award, and that on October the 17th in Cherokee County, Georgia, the NAACP is going to be honoring me with the Emerging Legacy Award. I found that out on Monday. Two major things, right? Big time blessings for sure. I woke up that morning, and before any of those blessings arrived, I was grocery shopping, and I just woke up that morning, knew that big things was happening, big things was coming, blessings were going to rain down on me that day. And so when I was shopping early in that morning, I went and got some champagne. And so like, we're just going to keep this in the refrigerator. We're just going to keep it cold because we know by the end of the day, it's going to be something amazing to celebrate. Those amazing things happen. I'm bringing all this up to tell you this difference in who I am and the way that I am now. Because that bottle of champagne normally we might have lasted 30 to 60 minutes. But when I say that happened on Monday, those amazing things happened on Monday. Wednesday, some other amazing things happened. And that same bottle was still there. That same bottle that normally wouldn't make it through the night, probably sometimes don't even make it through the hour, was there days later. I had some to celebrate on Monday, but I didn't feel the need to indulge as deeply as I used to. I've become a different version of myself that doesn't require it, that's not looking for it. It was truly just a celebration instead of an excuse to hide in my addiction. And this is what it takes. Just as honest and vulnerable as I'm being with you, this is what it takes for you to be honest and vulnerable with yourself. I'm not an exception. I'm an example. That's it. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. We detox from old patterns, 30 days of rewiring, 30 days of elevation, 30 days of building the version of you who doesn't run back to the vices. And because I'm serious, if you're serious, use discount code GREATER for $50 off. You got about 15 minutes to use it to get your access, because that discount code is only going to work during this broadcast. Don't tell me that you're tired of the cycle if you're not willing to invest in breaking it. Let's open the floor. Drop it in the chat. What vice do you need to starve? What patterns are you ready to create? Let's talk about it live. Sometimes freedom starts with confessions. I'll wait. I'm gonna let you type it up. I'm gonna let you think about it. What are the vices that you need to starve? What are the new patterns that you're going to replace them with? Just listen. This is Manifest Nation. And tonight we didn't just talk about addictions. We've exposed them. We've stripped them down to their roots, and we've given you the tools to break them. Don't just log off and go back to the same cycle. Take action. Whether you're grabbing the Bloodline Breaker book, enrolling in the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp, or reaching out to me, or going to BrianHyppolite.com and getting into Manifest Mentorship or Manifest Mastery, choose your freedom. Because at the end of the day, Manifest Nation isn't just content. It's your community. It's your support system. It's your mirror. It's your tribe. It's a pleasure to be in this position to add value to you. And it's something that I don't take lightly, and it's something that I don't take for granted. And that's why I've committed to being here 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although for me, that means I must wake up at 3 a.m. my time. I'm cool with it. This is an investment into not just your life, but your legacy. So thank you for those who are meeting this investment that I'm making in you by also investing in yourself, matching this energy. because you can't get more for yourself than what you're willing to give to yourself. Although I'm here and I'm ready and willing and wanting to invest in you, if you're not wanting and willing and ready to invest in yourself, there's only so much you can get from what I offer. If you're still watching, if you stayed all the way to the end, it's because you feel it within you that there's a change that needs to be made, and that you don't have the luxury of time and of staying the same any longer. So you already know what it is and what it is that you need to do. It's time to elevate your life. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. All you who have stayed to the end, subscribe to this channel so you can not only get the replays, but you get the extra bonus content, access to the Manifest Nation Discord, 8 of my eBooks and 1 of my digital workbooks, guided meditations, affirmations, it's all types of great things that allow you to be greater than you've ever been. This is what it is, and this is what it is about. This is Manifest Nation. It's sanctuary for visionaries, divine builders, and bloodline breakers to gather and rewrite destiny. Here we don't run from the truth, we face it. We dissect it. We rebuild with it. This is the daily table of mindset elevation, spiritual nourishment, and practical strategies for manifesting the greater existence that you were created for. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, and greater shall you have. And it's a great day to believe that. Your subscription to this community isn't just support. It's the passport into the Manifest Nation, our Discord community, access to the daily gems that I'm dropping in there for you to keep you aligned and keep you focused. And for those who are ready to take things deeper, don't forget that 30-day Manifest Bootcamp starts soon. 10 days from now, September the 1st, slots are going to fill up. It's going to be a sold-out event. Make sure that you are in there. Secure your spot. Secure your transformation. If you've seen today's broadcast as motivation and inspiration, follow behind that with a lack of hesitation to align yourself with the daily actions that's going to secure that win for you. Come and get this W. Come and get this W. You got about 10 more minutes. You got about 5 to 10 more minutes if you want to use discount code GREATER at brianhyppolite.com. You can definitely click the link that's below right here, right now. It says 30-day Manifest Bootcamp. Click that link. Use discount code GREATER at checkout to save you $50. There's 3 tiers of access. Get in where you fit in. You want the community version. You want the small group version. You want the one-on-one coaching version. It's all there. Is available to you. Let's make it happen. Because greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have. I believe it. Do you? A rising tide raises all boats. So if this broadcast added value to you, I want you to not only share it. We definitely want to share it. We definitely want to let other people know about it. But also elevate someone with this consciousness that you got, with those notes that you took. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing that you get. When you join Manifest Nation, you get notes. You get notes to the broadcast that get posted every day in the Discord. So you get that as well. There's a lot of great things happening and more great things to come. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, get into the Discord, and let's continue to elevate. Be great, be powerful, be God's, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Head over to brianhyppolite.com and lock in whatever level of access that you want to the challenge, to the boot camp. Get this book or the book bundles that have this in it. Sign up for Manifest Mentorship or Manifest Mastery if you want that accelerated path. I love you out of life, and I wouldn't water you if I did not want you to grow. That's what it's all about. This has been my intention. I want to see what you're going to do with yours. So till next time. Be great, be powerful, be God's. I'm gonna see you in a minute.